Imagine this: you're home alone, reading or watching TV, when suddenly a crushing weight grips your chest. Your arm feels heavy, your breath shortens, and a wave of fear rushes through you. In that moment, every second counts because your heart isn't just beating, it's fighting for its life. Each year, thousands of people over 60 face this same terrifying moment alone, and many don't make it. Not because help wasn't available, but because they didn't know what to do in those first critical seconds. But here's the truth: you are not powerless. With the right actions, taken calmly and quickly, you can double your chance of survival. In the next few minutes, I'll guide you step by step through 10 doctor-approved, scientifically proven techniques that could keep your heart beating, your mind clear, and your body alive until help arrives. Number 1. Recognize the early warning signs. The first step to surviving a heart attack isn't a pill, a machine, or even a doctor, it's awareness. Most people think heart attacks strike like lightning. Sudden, violent, unmistakable. But the truth is far more deceptive. Your body often whispers before it screams, giving subtle warnings that are easy to ignore. That whisper might be a tightening in your chest, a dull ache in your arm, a strange pressure in your neck or jaw, or a wave of fatigue that feels heavier than usual. You might feel lightheaded, short of breath, or nauseous like something just isn't right. For women and older adults, these signs can be softer still. Mild back pain, stomach discomfort, or what feels like simple indigestion. And yet, these quiet signals are your body's alarm, your heart pleading for help. Here's the rule every senior must remember. If you feel something new, uncomfortable, or unexplainable in your chest, assume it's your heart until proven otherwise. Don't wait for the pain to grow. Don't tell yourself it's nothing, and don't sleep it off. Every passing minute without oxygen damages your heart muscle, piece by piece. Awareness buys you time, and time saves your life. When you listen to your body's warnings and act quickly, you turn fear into control. You take back those critical seconds and give your heart the chance to keep fighting and to keep you alive. Number 2. Activate your emergency plan. When a heart attack strikes, your very first action must be clear and immediate: call emergency services. Don't wait. Don't downplay the symptoms. Don't tell yourself, "I'll be fine in a minute." In a cardiac emergency, every single second is a battle between life and irreversible damage. Do not try to drive yourself to the hospital. That decision has cost too many lives. Instead, make it easy for help to find you. Write your full address, including apartment number and gate code, on a brightly colored card and tape it near every phone. Add it to your cell phone's emergency contact screen as well. Keep your phone charged and always within arm's reach, especially at night. Nearly half of all fatal heart attacks in seniors happen between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. when the phone is out of reach or charging in another room. If you live alone, wear a medical alert device at all times, even in the shower or while sleeping. Emergencies don't wait for convenience. And don't keep your condition a secret. Inform a trusted neighbor or building manager, give them a spare key, and let them know how to help if something seems off. These steps might seem simple, but in a crisis, simplicity saves lives. Preparation means you won't waste a single breath or moment wondering what to do. You'll already know, and that knowledge could be the reason you survive. Number 3. Unlock and signal for help. Once you've called for help, your mission shifts from survival action to access preparation, making sure rescuers can reach you without delay. It may sound simple, but locked doors and dark homes cost more lives than most people realize. Every minute paramedics spend trying to break in is a minute your heart doesn't have. So act quickly, while you still have strength and coordination. Unlock your front door. Don't wait until weakness sets in. If you can, leave it slightly open. Turn on every light you can reach, especially at night. A brightly lit home isn't just comforting. It's a beacon that screams, "Someone inside needs help now." If you live in an apartment or gated building, call your front desk, security guard, or building manager right after dialing emergency services. Ask them to meet the ambulance and guide the team directly to your door. In daylight, hang a bright towel or piece of clothing out your window to make your home stand out. Better yet, prepare in advance. Install a lockbox with a spare key and register it with your local fire department or EMS service. Professionals can then enter your home instantly, no broken doors, no lost time. These small, deliberate actions require clarity. And clarity disappears fast during cardiac distress. Prepare now, and if the moment comes, you'll act automatically. When every second matters, even something as simple as an unlocked door can mean the difference between tragedy and survival. Number 4. Take an aspirin, if approved by your doctor. If your doctor has approved it, your next move after calling for help is powerful in its simplicity. Chew one full-strength, non-coated aspirin, 325 milligrams. The moment you recognize heart attack symptoms, don't swallow it whole. Chewing allows the medicine to absorb directly through the lining of your mouth, reaching your bloodstream almost twice as fast. Here's why that matters. Most heart attacks begin when a blood clot blocks one of the coronary arteries, cutting off oxygen to the heart muscle. Aspirin doesn't dissolve that clot, but it does stop it from growing larger. It makes your blood less sticky, giving doctors more time to save your heart once you reach the hospital. But aspirin is a bridge, not a cure. It can't reopen a blocked artery or replace emergency care. It simply buys you minutes precious, life-saving minutes until professional treatment begins. Only take it if your doctor has confirmed it's safe for you. Avoid it if you have an allergy, bleeding disorder, stomach ulcers, or are already on certain blood thinners without medical clearance. Preparation is everything. Keep small bottles of uncoated aspirin in easy-to-reach places, your bedside table, your kitchen, even your car glove box. Check expiration dates every few months and replace when needed. One small tablet, taken at the right moment, can stand between survival and irreversible loss. Don't underestimate how something so ordinary can become extraordinary when your heart is on the line. Number 5. Get into the cardiac rest position. Once you've called for help and taken your aspirin, your next move may seem small, but it has a powerful effect on your heart's ability to survive the next few minutes. How you position your body can directly influence blood flow, oxygen exchange, and heart strain. Sit yourself in a semi-reclined position, about a 45-degree angle. Support your back with pillows, a wall, or the headboard of your bed. Keep your knees slightly bent and your feet flat on the ground or mattress. This simple posture lets gravity assist your circulation, helping blood return more efficiently to the heart and lungs. Never lie flat unless you're losing consciousness. Flat positioning can increase pressure on your chest, worsen breathing, and make your heart work harder. If you begin to feel faint, lower yourself gently onto your side. This recovery position keeps your airway open and protects you from choking if you vomit, something that happens in nearly 1 out of 3 heart attacks. Next, reduce every bit of unnecessary strain. Loosen tight clothing belts, collars, ties, scarves, and make sure you can breathe freely. Keep your environment cool and ventilated. Overheating adds extra stress to an already struggling heart. These small physical adjustments are not trivial. They're life-saving. Proper posture helps preserve consciousness, eases breathing, and keeps blood flowing where it's needed most. Until medical professionals arrive, your goal is simple. Stay calm, stay supported, and help your heart do its job with the least possible effort. Number 6. Control your breathing. When panic takes hold, your breath becomes quick and shallow. It's the body's automatic reaction to fear. But during a heart attack, That kind of breathing works against you. Rapid, shallow breaths starve both your heart and brain of the oxygen they desperately need. Instead, take back control with paced diaphragmatic breathing, a proven technique used in cardiac rehabilitation and emergency medicine to stabilize the body's response to stress. It's not just relaxation, it's physiology in action. Here's how to do it. Inhale slowly through your nose for 4 seconds, allowing your belly, not your chest, to expand. This draws air deep into your lungs, maximizing oxygen exchange. Hold that breath for 4 seconds. This short pause steadies your rhythm and prevents hyperventilation. Exhale gently through pursed lips for 6 seconds, as though blowing out candles in slow motion. The longer exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's built-in calm switch. This single technique slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and relaxes your coronary arteries, giving your heart a chance to recover precious strength. As you breathe, count softly to yourself, 1, 2, 3, to keep your focus. If you're on the phone with emergency dispatch, your steady voice reassures them you're still conscious and breathing. It's a simple act, but in crisis, simplicity saves lives. When everything feels out of control, your breath becomes your anchor. Calm, steady, life-preserving. Number 7. Skip cough CPR. You may have heard of something called cough CPR. The idea that taking deep breaths and coughing forcefully every few seconds can restart or maintain your heartbeat during a heart attack. It sounds dramatic, even heroic. But let me be absolutely clear. This is a dangerous myth that has cost lives. The American Heart Association and every major cardiac organization have firmly stated that cough CPR is not recommended for use outside of a hospital or clinical environment. It is a technique used only in monitored medical settings, where doctors can track a patient's heart rhythm in real time. It can sometimes help in specific rhythm disturbances, but not in a classic heart attack caused by a blocked artery. Trying it at home, alone, can make things worse. The strain of repeated coughing can make you lose consciousness faster, trigger irregular heartbeats, or waste the precious seconds needed to call emergency services. What actually saves lives isn't a trick, it's preparation and calm action. Call for help immediately. Take your aspirin if advised. Control your breathing. Stay in the correct position. These are the steps that buy you time until professionals arrive. In moments of crisis, clarity is your greatest medicine. You don't need myths or gimmicks, you need composure, awareness, and decisive action. Remember, survival doesn't come from desperation. It comes from discipline. Number 8. Nitroglycerin protocol. If prescribed. If your doctor has prescribed nitroglycerin for angina or known heart disease, understanding how and when to use it could save your life. This small tablet can be a bridge between crisis and recovery, but only if used correctly. At the very first sign of chest pain or pressure, sit down immediately. Never take nitroglycerin while standing. The medicine works by dilating your blood vessels to improve blood flow, but that sudden widening can also drop your blood pressure quickly, causing dizziness or fainting. Sitting protects you from injury and stabilizes circulation. Place one tablet under your tongue or use one spray if prescribed, and let it dissolve naturally. Don't chew or swallow it. You should feel a mild burning or tingling under your tongue. That's a sign it's active and working. Now wait 5 minutes. If your pain hasn't eased, take a second tablet. Wait another 5 minutes, and if discomfort continues, take a third. Never exceed 3 doses within 15 minutes. If chest pain still persists after the third dose, or if symptoms return quickly, call emergency services immediately, even if you've already done so before. A critical warning. Never take nitroglycerin if you've used erectile dysfunction medications like Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra within the last 48 hours. The combination can cause a life-threatening drop in blood pressure. Finally, Store your tablets properly in their original dark glass bottle, away from light, heat, or moisture. Replace them every 6 months. Fresh, potent medication can mean the difference between collapse and survival. Number 9. Mental focus. Stay calm. Stay present. In the middle of a heart attack, your mind becomes just as important as your medicine. Panic is your hidden enemy. It floods your body with adrenaline, tightening blood vessels, raising blood pressure, and forcing your heart to work even harder when it's already struggling. The difference between chaos and control often begins in your thoughts. This is where mental discipline saves lives. Take charge of your focus. Anchor yourself to your breath. Each slow inhale and exhale sends a signal to your nervous system. I am safe enough to stay calm. Repeat this affirmation quietly, over and over. Help is on the way. My body is working. I am staying calm. This isn't positive thinking, it's physiology. Research shows that calm breathing and focused thought stabilize heart rhythm, improve oxygen delivery, and keep you conscious longer. If you're on the phone with emergency dispatch, keep speaking even simple words like, I'm here, or still breathing. Let rescuers gauge your condition and reassure you that you're still fighting. Hold your position. Breathe through the fear. Repeat your mantra with quiet authority. You've done everything right, called for help, taken your medicine, found your posture, controlled your breath. Now let your calm become your strength. In these final waiting moments, trust your preparation. The calmer you stay, the more efficiently your heart can work. And that calm could be the reason you survive. Number 10. Prepare in advance. Survival doesn't begin in the middle of a heart attack, it begins right now, in calm moments like this. Preparation is your most powerful medicine. It transforms fear into confidence, and hesitation into life-saving action. Start today. Practice your breathing technique for just 5 minutes every day. This isn't just a drill, it's muscle memory for your nervous system. Teaching your body how to stay calm under pressure. Review your emergency plan every month. Make sure your address cards are visible, your phone is charged, and your alert device is working. Keep your aspirin and nitroglycerin accessible, fresh, and in their proper containers. Then extend that protection to others. Teach your family, friends, or neighbors exactly what to do if you call for help or become unresponsive. Knowledge shared is life multiplied. Post a clear emergency checklist on your refrigerator and keep a copy on your phone's lock screen so responders have instant access to your information. The goal is simple: turn panic into procedure. When every step is practiced, fear has no room to grow. You won't waste energy deciding, you'll simply act. Remember, your heart isn't fragile, it's strong, adaptable, and built to recover. Give it the best chance by preparing with purpose, living with awareness, and staying ready. Because when the moment comes, and it might, you won't freeze, you'll fight. And that readiness can make all the difference between loss and life. If you've made it this far, you've already done something extraordinary. You've taken the first and most important step toward survival: awareness. Most people never prepare for the moment their heart demands help, but you have, and that knowledge gives you power. Heart attacks don't only strike the weak or the elderly, they can happen to anyone, at any time, without warning. But when you prepare, when you know exactly what to do, you replace fear with focus. You meet crisis with calm confidence. So remember your plan. Recognize the warning signs. Call for help immediately. Chew your aspirin. Control your breathing. Stay steady, your mind leads, and your body follows. These actions are simple, but they are not small. Each one is a bridge between danger and survival, between panic and purpose. Now, take this knowledge and share it. Teach your loved ones, your neighbors, your friends. Preparation doesn't just protect you, it creates a chain of life-saving awareness. Because when you prepare, you embody strength, wisdom, and resilience. You show others that a calm mind and a ready plan can turn the most terrifying moment into one of courage and control. Your heart has carried you through a lifetime. Now, give it the care and readiness it deserves, because every heartbeat is worth protecting.